Hello gorgeous, my name's Mandy. Welcome to Mandy's Beauties. Today we're going to talk about how to create this look and also watch me fumble as I go through for my first YouTube tutorial. I'm used to going live and having an audience to interact with, and it was very strange for me to sit here and just talk to myself. I'm not used to that. So y'all excuse me, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I look forward to hearing back from you guys on what you guys think about the tutorial. I am an artist with Maskcara, so the face products that I am using is Mascara Beauty, and the eye products that I am using, it is this palette right here. I will write that in the description below, and I did use a shadow from Makeup Geek, and I'll also have that one listed. In the video, I say the name of it, the eyeshadow, and show the color. But anyways, I hope you ladies enjoy, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to ask. Today we're going to do an eyeshadow look featuring this palette here, and this was a gift to me from a friend, so I'm going to use that palette today. And we are going to be using Mascara Beauty on our face for our highlight, our contour, our lip and cheek, and even our illuminator. I have a great love for this Mascara Beauty. I'm not going to get too much into it on this video since this is my first video that I'll be posting on YouTube here. But I have recently signed up with Mascara Beauty to become one of their artists. I really wanted their artist kit and the discount so I could have all of these highlight shades, these contour shades, and a bunch of the lip and cheeks. I am a photographer and I do all the makeup on my clients because I specialize in women's portraiture, and it really appealed to me having everything so compact and being able to carry everything and everything to be travel friendly with these foundation shades and these contours and these blushes and your lip cream, and just the formula, how it looks great on everybody's skin. It looks great on mature skin, which most of my clients are mature women, and so it's not like a liquid or a powder that's going to settle into those fine lines and wrinkles, and it photographs beautifully, so I absolutely love it. But anyways, let's get started on our eyes. So I am going to take just this nude matte, it's an Ulta eyelid primer, and we're just going to put that on our eyelids. And I am going to put one of my highlight shades on my eyelids. I like the top of my eyelids to match what the rest of my face is going to look like. So I always take some of my foundation color, concealer, whatever it is that you're going to be matching the rest of your face to. I always take that shade and put it on my lids. So I am actually going to be mixing these two shades today. This is going to be my Brightener shade, and this is going to be a mixture of this is going to be my main shade. Excuse me. I ran out of stock of my main shade, and then it was out of stock for a while in the stores, so I've ordered some. It just hasn't come in yet. But I'm just going to take this Brightener shade and work it up top where it'll match the rest of my face when I get my foundation on. And whenever working with eyeshadows, I want you to set your lid. So whether you use an eyeshadow primer, if you use your foundation, if you use a concealer, whatever it is that you're putting on your eyes, you need to set it with a powder. That way you prevent creasing, but at the same time, you're giving your skin a powdery finish to be able to blend your eyeshadows to. That way it doesn't end up looking really harsh or chalky or settling into creases. This is going to allow you to blend out and get that nice buttery smooth blend that you want, or at least that I want. Whether you want it or not, I don't know. So we're just setting our lids here, and I'm just using Airspun. It comes in something as simple as that. That's $6 from Walmart. It's probably the cheapest decent setting powder you can get. I have not tried the Kat Von D one or the Laura Mercier or the Becca. I do want to try some of those for like a setting powder for the rest of the face because I am oily. But I haven't tried those yet, so I can't comment as to how it compares to those. But there's a lot of women who use it who are here on YouTube. So, alright. Well, I am thinking that, oh, I don't know. These colors are all so pretty. Let's go with these three. We're going to go with Myrtle, Cinnamon, and Poppy. So I'm going to take this shade right here and work that into my crease. And I'm just going to use this fluffy little Milani brush that don't throw it, that I picked up from Walmart. And I've only used this palette once, so this will be good to see how it works. And it looks like it's super pigmented. So we're going to start with our all over color here on our lid and just lightly work that up. Now I have hooded eyes, so for me, and I have a lot of lid space, so you can see where I have just a lot of space here in between my lids. So I am going to take this shade and work it up to take up some of that space. But also, I'm spending all the time to put this makeup on. I want it to be seen. So, see it you shall. And I have green eyes, or hazel green eyes, if you will, and coppers and reds and golds. Those look great on all eye colors, but they really, really make my eyes pop. It pulls those like yellow and gold flakes that are in my eye color. And we're just barely working this across the skin because we want it to have that nice transition. So again, we're going to go same as this side. I'm just going to work that. And we're going to work it up our crease. Now, I know a lot of people will start on their face first and then go to their eyes. I'm too messy for that. I have to start with my eyes first because if I end up with fallout, and a lot of that depends on your shadow and stuff that you're using too. But if you end up with fallout, I don't like to wipe off my foundation in that area and then re-put it on to get rid of that. So I'd rather just do my eyes first, use a makeup remover wipe or microfiber cloth or whatever it is, wipe off the fallout, and then go through and just eliminate that step. But every person has their own way of doing things, so that doesn't make one person more right over the other. Just for me, it makes more sense to do my eyes first. So we're just nicely blending that out. And we'll clean up that line when we go through with our foundation. Okay, now I'm going to take this maroon color, burgundy color, Poppy here. You can see how pretty that is. And we're going to work that in the crease. And what would be nice also, but it's not in this palette, to have a dark brown to even darken that crease up a little bit more. I think that would be really pretty. And I might do that. I think I will do that. we're going to darken that up just a wee bit. I'm going to take dropping everything. Okay. I have a palette full of Makeup Geek shadows, and these poor things have seen better days. It broke on me on my way to Wisconsin, and I tried fixing it with alcohol, and now they look ugly, but they still work. So yeah, we're gonna take this dark brown shade right here. And same thing, we're just going to work that in our crease. Pretty much, I'm just wanting to smoke that out even more. And I don't know what color this is by Makeup Geek. Americano. It's Americano by Makeup Geek if you really like that brown shade. That's really pretty. Alright, I'm going to pick up that burgundy again. And just lightly work that at the top of the crease again. And so with our fluffy brush, you can see how that's coming along. With our fluffy brush, we're just going to blend. I don't have any extra powder on this. And I'll just wipe off any excess, and we're just going to blend. Blending will be your best friend. And this side has more red in it, so I'm going to have to even that out. Oh, those colors are so pretty. I love it. I really like this palette. I need to start wearing this palette more. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit more of that poppy color. And I have no idea where to get this palette if you want it. You can just look this up. I'll put it into the description. Like I said, it was a gift. So I'm not sure where you would get it if you want it. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Now I'm going to take, here it is. This brush here, this is a Multitasker by Maskcara. It has a nice flat synthetic end on it. And any brush you can do, so long as it has synthetic hair on it. For what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray it with a setting spray, because I want to make it super pigmented. You can get it wet with water, rose water, setting spray, whatever it is you want. But this is going to make it easier for us to pick up that color. So you can see how metallic. Oh man, this is going to be pretty. I'm excited about it. Okay. So we're just going to, ooh, look at that. Work that. Oh, girl. Oh, that is so pretty. just going to lightly fan that out because I want it just to kind of fade. I love it. But I love coppers and golds, so see all this? That's why I do my eyes first. Oh, that is so pretty. All right, now just to take a little extra pop, let's see. I'm going to take that gold and I'm going to put it just on the center. So I'm flipped my brush over to use the other side. I'm going to just pop just a little bit. All right. I'm going to take a microfiber cloth and just fan off that brush because I want to use it again. So that pulled off most of the color. And you can see we have a relatively clean brush again. I'm going to take this color here and work that under my eyelids on my lower lash line. And I'm going to pull that all the way through. And then I'm going to go back through with Poppy and I'm going to work that on the outer corner. So, and you can take a fluffy brush and do this. I'm just using this one. All right, now we're going to go through and take that color. And we are going to use that on our outer lash line. And we're not going to work this one through all the way because we don't want to close our eyes. We want there to be a gradient. And we're just going to work that about halfway through. I don't know why it's not focusing. There you go. My next video I'll have set up with my actual camera. I just didn't do that whole setup. It's 1:30 in the morning, so I wasn't going through all that tonight. I'm just taking the makeup wipe. So, makeup wipe's a little bit dirty. I tried doing a different look earlier, hated how it looks, wiped it all off, deleted that video, and started again. So, okay. So, we use that makeup wipe to kind of clean up and actually create us a line. And now we're going to go through with our foundation shades. So, I know it's not super visible with this lighting here, but I have really dark circles, like purpley toned under eye circles. So, in order to color correct that, I'm going to be taking a peach toned lip and cheek from Maskcara. It's called Frenchie. Oh no, one of my glitter shadows is all ruined. It's okay, we pressed it back in. Alright, I'm going to be taking, I am just in everything tonight. I'm going to be taking this right here. I'm going to be taking Frenchie, this lip and cheek right here, and I'm going to use it as a color corrector. So as you can see, I have, well, purplish undertoned eyes, but I have a lot of scarring. I had a recent really bad acne breakout, so I have a lot of redness and a lot of just areas that are healing, and they need to be color corrected. So I'm going to take this Frenchie, and we got some on our brush, and that's actually a lot of product, but I'm just going to dap that all over my face, work it in. So we're going to put a spot there, a little bit down here, a little bit here. And we're just going to work that in. And as you can see, it gave me like a peachy tone everywhere that I used it. Okay. Now I am just going to use, where'd that brush go? I'm going to use a single brush to do my face. So this is called a 30-second hack brush. Really, really love these brushes. They're super, super sturdy. They're double-ended, so it's essentially 2 brushes for the price of 1. This one's pretty dense. It gives medium to full coverage, and then this is a dense end also. So I'm going to be mixing my highlight shades because, like I said, I'm in between these 2 colors. So I'm going to go a dot into each of them, and I'm going to dot my face. And we're just going to work that product in. So they call it hacking. Hacking is essentially highlight and contour. Now because I have lots of areas that need color correcting, I don't hack the same way they do. Now maybe once my skin's clear I will, but I do like a little bit more coverage to cover up those scarring spots. So, and this is just buffing. When I get to the areas where I color corrected, I will stipple. And that is just so I get a little bit better coverage, but also we're not moving the color corrector that's underneath. You just want to bounce it. So, because I put a color corrector down there, we're just going to stipple that product. And we still got to do under our eyes there. And these creams are super pigmented. And I'm not doing a full coverage look today. I will do one of those for you guys soon. But like I said, I'll probably do that before I actually go out somewhere. Right now I am doing this video and then going to bed. So and that is a scab right there. But you can see how it doesn't look crusty or flaky or anything over it. And I have a lot of texture on my skin. I had a bad acne breakout, but then I decided, like it was a smart thing, to do one of those home chemical peels. And not only did I do it once, oh no, I'm a glutton for punishment. I did it twice. First time, didn't notice huge difference. It did amazingly on the blackheads on my nose though, so that was awesome. That one was the glycolic one. I'll get the percentages and I'll do a video on that later at another time. And then I did a salicylic acid one, but I mixed the glycolic with it and I left it on twice as long. Girl, I peeled. I'll show some photos of it. All of this was raw, and just because I exfoliated afterwards, don't do as I do. Learn from my mistakes, and I knew better. That's the thing. I knew better before I started doing this. did it anyways. But so I am still recovering from that. And I have a lot of texture on my chin. I have a lot of scaling. But this cream doesn't accentuate it, and that's one thing I love. Because before, and especially, I used to use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and if you struggle with acne, you know that when putting that on around acne, it ends up just drying up and just looking nasty. This doesn't do that, which I love. So we're just adding a little bit extra there. Alright, so we have our main shade down now. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this over and use this pointed in because that works perfectly at getting under the eyes. And I'm going to go into my Brightener shade. And I am going to, I don't know if you guys can see that. You're going to take it in a upside down triangle. Same thing like you would with concealer. For you girls who use concealer to brighten, essentially the same thing. And you can go with a much lighter shade. If you like that really, really bright highlight, that's the one that I used to use before. I just feel like it's kind of light on me now. So I'm using this one. As you can there's a big difference. So this is going to give me a little bit more of a neutral over even tone. Just a fresh look, whereas the other one would be like bam. So I'm just going to tap that product in. I'm actually going to take my sponge and press it in. So essentially mostly one shade right now. Put a little brightener on our cheek, a little bit on our forehead there. Just going to blend that in. And now I'm going to use this pointed in because I recently found out I love using that to contour with. And these contours are a little bit firmer, so you may need to pick up a little bit, like actually rub it to pick up some product. And so with contouring, find your cheekbone. So mine's right there. It's hidden. I have a round face, but we're going to give ourselves a cheekbone, right? So I'm going to go from the top of the ear and move down. And let that sit for a moment. And we still have product on our brush. So we're going to move that product down. And you don't want to go too far. I'm going to bring it just a little bit more. But you don't want to go too far because then it's going to drag your face down. So I'm going to bring that just a little bit more. And then we're just going to work it. We can also take some and we're just going to press up a bit. And it's just going to give us that nice shadowed look. And if you want to go darker with it, go darker with it. Now I'm going to take let's do saffron. Saffron's gonna match like what our eyes are doing right now. So I'm going to take this shade, and it is gorgeous, super pigmented though. So I learned this the other day. I put this on my lips and my cheeks, and I did 2 dots on my cheek, and that was a lot. So I'm just going to be gentle with it today and get just a little bit on our brush, and we're going to work that. And that was probably a bit too much. We do have a bit much, but you know what, that's okay. These blend out super well, so we're just going to take our fluffier end and just work it. I got this side perfect. So this side, I'm actually going to grab my contour again because I kind of over blended my contour out. So going to grab that and bring that shadow back. And I'm also going to take my brightener and bring down where I got a little too happy with that blush. So one thing about creams, they're super forgiving. You just can keep working them until you get the look that you want. So we got that. And if you wanted to bronze it up, you can take your bronzer. This is a bronzer color. Keep poking everything tonight. Just put these nails on, and not used to wearing them. They'll do until I'm able to get in to see my girl. So we're just going to tap a little bit of the bronzer, a little bit up here, and just work that. And that's just going to warm our face up a little bit more. And we're just going to lightly. Okay, I like it. Now for our lips, I'm going to go ahead and use the same color that we used on our cheeks. So I'm going to take that saffron. Should have cleaned that brush off before I went in with a powder eyeshadow into a cream. Let me clean that off real quick. I am human. I make mistakes. Okay. Now that we got that cleaned up, we're just going to take... I might have to do this look live in my group tomorrow. I'm really liking this. Or depending on how this replay is, post this video in my group. I guess one thing, if you're doing videos, you have to get used to talking to yourself. And I'm not used to talking to myself. I mean, I like talking and I talk a lot, but talking to your nobody and trying to look at that little camera, a lot different. Even then going live. I go live in my group all the time, but usually there's at least one person who's talking back to me. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. I really, really like that. And I'm actually going to line my bottom underline just a little bit. And that's going to give our lips a more plumper look. Okay, now I'm just going to take the Illuminator, and this is Dulce. I'm going to take that one and tap that up on my cheeks because I want a little glow. So, probably just going to take it on my finger to start with. And you can see how that gives just a little extra gold shimmer. Look at my cheeks jiggling. We're just going to press that in. Okay. And I am going to add just a little bit of that on my brow bone. I still got to do my brows, y'all. I sound so southern when I say that, don't I? Guess where I live. Okay. I'm going to be taking this dark brown eyeshadow and just putting that on my brows. Now, I have naturally thick brows, so thankfully I don't have to do a whole lot to them. I don't know what I did with my brow brush. Did I knock it on the floor too? It's possible. Hold on, let me look for it. Alright, I have misplaced my brow brush, my favorite one. So I'm going to have to use a different one. And I'm not happy about it. Okay. I think I may have left it in the car from when I did a recent shoot. Okay. So I am just going to take that dark brown powder and I'm just going to work that into my brows. Let's comb those out first. So like I said, my brows are naturally pretty thick, so thankfully I don't have to do a whole lot. And I don't carve out for myself. I generally don't carve out a big brow or draw on a big brow. I just normally fill them in and like define the shape. So, brow done, brow not done. So as you can see, I mean, I could do a brow gel and be okay, but if I'm wanting to glam it up, we'll just define it a little bit. Really hope I don't run out of memory on my phone. So that's about it. As you can see, I have a cowlick right there. I wanted to minimize that. I just add just a little bit of that darker powder in just to distract from that. I need to go get my brows done. I'm scared to cut them myself because of my luck I would cut them wrong. and then I'd be looking funky for a while. Okay, so I am just going to, well, first curl my lashes. I have naturally longer lashes, but they don't really curl up. They just kind of go straight out. So I'm going to crimp my lashes, and then I'm going to use this Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara on my eyes. And I like that mascara. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. I actually prefer the Styla Huge Lashes, the one in the gold tube. That's probably my favorite mascara. So we're just curling these girls here. And I think I might have had a little less mascara still on there from wearing it earlier. I wiped it off with a makeup remover, but that doesn't always get it off. What a difference that makes, huh? And I don't generally put falsies on. I know falsies really pull a look together, and I always put them on clients because, you know, that's an experience. But for myself and for the tutorials I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to be wearing falsies. Well, I say that now. I don't know what it'll be later on down the road, but to start with, I'm not going to be wearing falsies. I should have cleaned my eyelashes all the way off. Brushing this through, I'm getting these little flakes from where I didn't completely wipe off the others. Maybe I won't stab myself in the eye. Anybody else, like, without fail, you always end up getting like a black dot on you somewhere? I do. Like, without fail. Say that, and then I did it. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I was doing good up until that point. But it is. It's normally right there or the inner corner. And it's always on this eye. I think that's because I'm a righty. Okay. And doing lashes on your lower lash line makes a huge difference. Okay. You can see where I didn't, I had wiped. I gotta clean that up. It's okay, I got another spot to clean up anyways. Let me grab a Q-tip. Be back. Okay, I'm back. And I took off that little spot that I messed up on with the mascara. Okay, so I am going to clean up that area, as you can see right there. There we go. Just going to take my Buffy brush here, and we are going to just work that. Now, I'm not one for really to contour my nose, but if you wanted to contour your nose, go for it, girl. But I won't be contouring my nose today. So, where's my sponge? Lastly, we're just going to go all over with our sponge. Press that makeup in. It'll pick up any excess we have. And so with our sponge, if you've ever used a sponge before, it is, you're going to go ahead, you're going to soak it completely, get it completely wet, squeeze out all the water, and then squeeze it into a towel. You want this just barely damp. If you have too much on it, it's going to pull the product off. If you have too little of it, it's going to pull the product off. So, but now it looks like skin. We don't look like we have a ton of makeup caked on. This is not a full coverage look. If I was doing a full coverage look, I would have gone over thoroughly on these spots before highlighting and contouring. But like I said, it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning now, and I didn't really care about doing a super full coverage look. I would consider this medium coverage, which is what, I mean, normally I would wear a little bit less than this on a daily on the foundation if I was going to be going out just to cover up the spots, especially the acne spots or the scarring areas. But yeah, so this was a look. It wasn't super quick. But I'll be doing some quick ones. I'll be doing some looks that are under 10 minutes. I'll be doing some looks that are under 20 minutes. Just to give you guys a variety and show you guys how versatile this makeup is. And then I'll have some tutorials that are just on eyes. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and good night, or whatever the time of day or night it is that you're watching. I am going to go wash my face and go to sleep now. Alright ladies, well I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.